Welcome to Cooped Up episode 13. And this week, Ethan and I will be talking about the Mini Moke, some news, and share our social picks right at the end as usual. So you could find me as the Mini Vlog on YouTube and Instagram. And as always, we've got Ethan with us. Ethan, where can we find you?
Hey everyone, you can find me at Card Creations YT on Instagram and then Card Creations on YouTube.
Yep, nice. You've had some pretty good videos lately. I mean, they're all really good, but the last few have been pretty entertaining. I like them a lot.
Lots of interesting stuff recently.
Yeah. But let's start off with story time. And this week, I'm going to talk about the Mini Moke. And if you haven't heard about the Mini Moke, which I have discovered some people haven't, because it's not very common. I mean, Mini Coopers here in the US aren't very common, but Mini Mokes are even less common because they're a little more rare. But it was Austin Rover Group's attempt at a Jeep, a military Jeep. So they were making a Jeep for the British Army, and they actually made it as a dual motored front wheel and rear wheel, so an all-wheel drive Jeep, and it was supposed to be light and stackable. You can make a mini a stack of Mokes, and I will show you a picture of that. So if you haven't seen what the Moke looks like, this is what the Moke looks like. It's basically a mini Jeep, really utilitarian. And you could stack them, and the idea was they'd be stackable and lightweight. You could drop them out of an airplane, and the Army would love them. Unfortunately, the Army hated them. They were not good when it came to going off-road. So they tried to spin it as well. They're really small and light. At the if you get a troop out at each corner, they could lift the bumper and just lift the car out of the mud it was stuck in or anything like that, but the military at the time was not buying it. So they pivoted and they made it a single engine, and they sold it to the general public from 1964 to 1968. And at that point, it became kind of like the beach buggy. It was kind of a very popular surfer, beach, outdoorsy lifestyle car, SUV, Jeep, whatever you want to call it. Wow. It was manufactured from 1964 to 1968 in the UK. Australia and Portugal manufactured them a little bit longer on than that. I guess they were pretty popular in those areas, probably because there's a lot of beaches and stuff like that, surfers and things. So if you look on the sides, there's compartments here, and those compartments housed storage and the gas tank. So I don't know how that would fare for the military. Just have your gas tank sitting like right on the outside.
Yeah,
right next to the passenger. And then the other side, the side compartments were, I think this one might show a little bit better. Yeah. So there's the gas tank right there. And then the front was a storage compartment. The other side housed the battery and two other storage compartments. It had the 898cc mini engine, so not super powerful. I think the top speed was pretty low. I couldn't get an exact number. Some people said 25 miles an hour, but yeah, I'm sure it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah.
If you go to the advertisement, it said it got something like 48 miles per gallon.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, 42 miles per gallon. Yeah. I suppose if you can only go 25, then yeah, you're going to get pretty good mileage at that point. But yeah, so that was the Mini Moke. It didn't see great success with the military like they had hoped. And so it saw moderate success, I would say, for the general public. It had a certain niche audience. Yeah. And nowadays, the Moke name has now been bought by another company, and there are folks that will convert Mokes to electric. And there's actually an E-Moke company based out of China that's making all electric brand new Mokes. And so now, as you would imagine, there is a legal battle over who owns the name and the rights to make those. The Moke company that owns the original rights, the original name, or these people making these new ones. So you can still find a new Moke these days. And I guess from what I've read, they're not street legal though. So not sure what you would do with them.
I guess going that slow, they wouldn't be able to go on any roads we have these days.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick story about the Mini Moke. Mini Austin Rover Group did make a Jeep, and that was it. That was their Jeep competitor. It was a complete failure in the military sense, but fair success in the civilian world, and super rare. If you ever see one, ask the person owner for a ride or something.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool car. I'm pretty sure I've seen one when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
it looks very familiar, and we do have a few old car shows that would have them around here, but that was before into minis.
Right. Yeah, I may have seen one in my lifetime and just not known it, but now that I'm looking for one, it'll probably take me years to actually see one. But
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for the story. Let's pivot over to some news.
So my favorite story today, and that's they released a special edition JCW, and to celebrate 60 years of John Cooper Works. So yeah, so on the side there they have a big 74, and that was because that was the starting number of the first classic Mini that had some sort of success on the racetrack. And then because of that number as well, they're only doing 740 units.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool. There's lots of exclusive trim and stuff on it. Like they have the original JCW logo. If you look on it, that little red circle apparently was the original.
Oh, that was the original logo.
Yeah.
Did not know that. I do like that font, the original font and treatment on this door cell. That is really cool looking.
Yeah, I love how it looks modern but classy at the same time.
Yeah. Cool. I also like how it is cut off. Like it's a little more modern design where it's like cut off just a little bit of lettering. It gives it a cool treatment.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's pictures if you keep scrolling down a bit, but on the driver's side, there's on the trim by the steering wheel, there's signatures of John, Mike, and Charlie Cooper.
Oh wow, all three. That's cool.
Yeah. And then on the inside of the door frame, it has the John Cooper's signature and then a handwritten note saying one of 740. And then it says 60 years of Mini Cooper, the unexpected underdog, which is pretty cool. So, there it is. Wow.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's a little touch there.
Do you know if these are configurable, or are they all the same spec in terms of automatic?
Good question. I looked up a little bit about trying to config them, and it looked like you could. Says the underdog thing.
Yeah, that's cool. This is on the door, inside door. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a cool special edition. Most of them are cool, but I would totally buy this one. This one looks awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I was looking up, and you can spec extra stuff onto it. One being you can get slotted brakes, which is pretty cool. And then a bunch of other random little things you could add onto it, like the piano black packages and stuff, but it didn't look like you could change the colors or anything like that.
Right. I'm really digging that Cooper logo and that word treatment that they have on this thing. That little red, man, 4th gen. Bring this logo back for the 4th gen.
It looks like they added a bunch of the Mini exclusive features on it, like the shortened antenna and piano black belt line trim, which you don't really see.
Yeah.
And then they blacked out a bunch of other stuff, except for it looks like around the lights they kept that chrome. So yeah, a bunch of cool little tweaks on it. It looks amazing.
It's awesome. Yeah, and like I said, that logo, I really love that logo and that word treatment. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. You gonna get one?
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, me too. Did you step in to see how many are potentially coming over to North America anywhere?
They didn't know when I looked up. So next thing we have here is how looks like 15% of all new electric minis or all new Minis are electric, which
Mm.
is crazy because I haven't actually seen many electric Minis around where I am, but must be mainly in Europe where they're having them. But I thought that was actually, that's a huge milestone for Mini.
That's a big number considering like that's the first year of actual sale. I mean, I technically started last year, but man, that's like, a year into sales, 15%. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah. Apparently 30,000 units sold globally since launch. And I think the article here said 13,000 of them were sold between January and June 2021.
Wow. So this year's been a great year for it.
Yeah. So that's ramping up significantly. So that's
awesome.
Pretty cool news.
At our mini together event that we had last weekend, I think the group was like maybe 30 minis, and I think 3 of them were electric. So and that's 10% right there. So and those were just in this area, and those are all people ordering them, right? Because they're not on showroom floors at this point. We don't have spares to put around. So
yeah, I definitely think with the new facelift, the electric Mini does look a lot better.
Yeah.
So that, if I was in the market for one, I probably would go for the newer one because of that.
In island blue with those island blue stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. And a multi-tone roof too.
Yeah. And then I saw some people putting a similar color to the stripes on the front, but like the Uni Jack on the side in blue. Looks so good.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good. Those are some really good numbers. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel a little bit better about this pretty sudden switch over to full electric here soon for the brand. The fact that they are selling well, so that's good.
Yeah, it's good news for me.
Yeah. This week's episode is brought to you by Piano Black Trim. You want to get rid of the chrome? Get Piano Black Trim. You can get it on the belt line, the doors, the headlight rings, the taillight rings, the grille surround, and more. For more information on Piano Black or Gloss Black Trim, just Google, or better yet, leave a comment on Ethan's videos or my videos, and we'll let you know.
And then as you're talking about that rally you went on, I just saw on the news that Mini USA confirms Mini takes the state 2022.
Yep.
And it'll take place from July 9th to the 17th. And apparently it'll basically be what it was supposed to be this last year.
Yeah, it's been trying to be for the last 2 years. The Vermont to South Carolina route. Yeah, that's exciting. I'll book my hotels again, and hopefully this year I won't have to cancel them for the 3rd time. So
yeah, sounds exciting though.
Yeah. Would you consider coming out, if things were borders were open and things like that?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Nice. It's a long drive, but
I'll tell you what, you can fly out. I might have a spare Mini here that you could drive the other one, you and your brother or something. We could travel that way. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Cool. That's some exciting news. Mini takes the States, the special edition, and good electric numbers.
Yeah.
Social pics. I haven't looked at yours yet, so I will do mine first, and we'll save yours as for last as a little bit of a surprise.
Sounds good.
So for social pic for me, is this classic gem in Baltimore, man. The car is in great shape, super clean. The stripes, I really like the different stripes on it. But yeah, also well shot photos.
Yes.
No, that one not so much, but the other two, yeah.
The colors of the stripes.
Yeah. It makes me want to go buy a classic and put some stripes on it. With all my spare money I got lying around.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I can't remember, but did that like bumper guard on the front? I don't remember. At least the last plastic Mini I looked at didn't have that. Like,
I don't. Yeah, that might be maybe a customization or something you could buy after buying it new. I'm not sure, but yeah. The overall package of that car just looks really sharp.
Yeah.
So if you're in Baltimore, keep your eye out for that. All right, what do you have for your social pick of the week?
Well, I have this beast here.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, that has road presence.
Wow.
I love the color combo, everything blacked out, and then that front splitter looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I knew that was going to be my pick for the week.
That looks. I mean, that looks lowered as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's gotta
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. That is an awesome build.
Yeah, some people lift their Countrymen and some people lower them. Either way, both look good. But
Yeah, exactly. They both look awesome in either direction.
yeah, and it's JCW too, so it'll probably have the higher horsepowers, and being lower, that thing could make a pretty good track weapon.
I bet you that car's awesome to drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. What color is that blue?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that specific color before.
Yeah, that looks. Is this also from? Remember when we talked with Sean a couple of months ago, where he said that in Asia that this is called something different besides the Countryman. It's the.
Oh right, yeah.
I can't
The
remember.
crossover or something.
Something like that. Yeah, let us know in the comments how wrong we are, what it was actually called. But yeah, that's a sharp car, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I need to get a classic and a GCW F60.
Add it to the list.
Yep. I also was talking to some other people today. I need a 2006 with that supercharged engine. That was what a fun car.
Yeah, I definitely want one of those too.
Yeah. Actually, we'll talk about our first minis in our next episode. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Mine was a 2006 supercharged mini, and man, that was such a fun car.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. Tell our listeners and viewers what we got coming up in our future videos. I have it right here so I can show it to you. A couple months ago, I did a 3D printed extension for the wireless charging deck in the car. And now I have experimented with 3D printing in metal. So this is actually a metal piece that I've had to 3D print and drill out holes and tap holes and get it to work to fit inside the car. So this week's video is going to be showing how we put this in there. So that's what you can see on my channel this week. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube as the mini vlog. And Ethan, what do you got?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Car Creations YT. And this week we're actually putting a bunch of carbon fiber stuff on my brother's BMW. But if you're interested in mini stuff, like we were saying before, I had some crazy mini content that happened over the last few weeks. So come to the channel for that.
Yeah. Well, man, actually, what is it called? Is it piano black or gloss black? Because the internet can't agree on what it is actually called.